Guess who's back, back, back again? Okay, it's me. It's me, and I'm here today to talk about visualization or not visualization. Because if you're like me, you might have realized I don't know how to visualize, or I have issues visualizing, or whenever I visualize, nothing seems to happen. I've been trying to visualize for over a decade and nothing is happening. So, if that's where you are, if that's where you've been, this video is for you. If you're new here, my name is Kadeem. I am a manifestation guide and I help people on the road to manifestation and I give them the opening that they need to bring in what they desire in their lives. So let's get right into it. I'm going to share with you 4 ways that can help accelerate and will allow you to essentially bring in what you desire once and for all. Please, guys, it's been so long. There's a number of other techniques, I'll say, that can help you in your manifestation that I'm not going to share in this video. That's more so behind a paywall. But the exercises that I shared today in this video will definitely help you for sure on the road to manifestation to bring in what it is that you truly desire. And we'll start to open some things. So I'm going to share with you 4 exercises to do. And you might have done some of these, might have done none of these, might have only done one of these, but I suggest that you do all of these. Because in the same way, when you eat food, just eating carbs isn't healthy, right? We know that. Carbs, protein, fruits, vegetables, there are certain things you need to create a well-balanced diet. In the same way, there are certain things you need to create a well-balanced materialization and manifestation life. So I'm going to be sharing with you 4 different things that might be helpful. So let's get right into it. The first thing I'm sure we've all heard before, journal. Yeah, so journal, that's helpful. Journaling, focusing on what it is that you want. And sometimes a journal can just be a free write of just saying what you want. Journaling is really helpful because it also in many ways allows you to get out of your own head and get things on paper, because sometimes the thing that you want may not be manifesting because it's still here. It's still here. It's still in your mind, still in your head. Maybe it's still in your body. But sometimes the best way to fly a kite is to keep running with it and holding the kite as you're running. No, it's to run with it and then let it go. And sometimes what you're bringing in or what you want to bring in isn't coming in because you ain't letting it go. So sometimes the best way to bring something in is to get it on paper so you can let it go. And then as you're writing what you want, other things might come to mind that might have been deeper in the subconscious, but that could not have come up if you didn't get the other things in the conscious already up and out. Okay, so journaling, writing down what you want. I would like to say, pause the video here to do some journaling if you want to, but no pressure. This might be something for you just to listen to maybe come back to take notes, so that when you're ready to actually do these exercises, because maybe you're in the process right now of driving, or you're working out, or you're in the shower, whatever, in the bathroom, it's helpful just for you to know these exercises so that you can kind of come back to them and really do them. I suggest that you essentially do I'm trying to figure out how to say this because I realize that each of our systems and the way that we manifest and bring things in are different. So I would like to say is that you do each one of these exercises, you do one, and then you walk away, and then you're done. You don't keep looking at it, keep focusing on it. Do the one, walk away, maybe come back to the other exercise and do it in another few hours. Or maybe you want to wait till the next day to do the next one. But I would say don't do all 4 of these in a row. Do one, then let it go. Do another one, let it go. Or if you're like, no, Kadeem, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I want what I want right now. Give it to me, I thirst, okay? Which is fine, I get it. Like, you want your thing. Or your person. Do each one in a row and then let it go. Which means you do each one in a row and then you don't come back to it for like 2 weeks. Don't think about it. Don't come back to it. Nothing. Just don't do nothing. Because you need time for this stuff to sometimes cook. And if you think about making something in the oven, is the best way to make something in the oven is to put it in the oven and then every minute keep looking. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? No. You gotta let it cook. Let it stay there for a bit and we come back to it later on. Same thing here. You gotta let what you want cook, honey, and then come back to it, all right? So, first things first, I'm the realist. Okay, no, sorry. Is that Iggy Azalea? First things first, I'm the realist. Anyway, journal. Second thing, breathing. It's like, okay, Kadeem, these are so basic. But here is where I share things that I know have not been shared before from other manifestation people. Breathing. Yes, you breathe. You take some long, slow, deep breaths, maybe like 4, just to get your immune system really in a space of like equilibrium and balance. 4 breaths, breathing. And then once you feel like you're in a relaxed state and you're feeling calm, that is when you're going to say a sentence, okay? Like, what's the sentence? I want / desire, whatever I want. So I'll say, okay, so I'm gonna give you an example, all right? So I'm gonna do my breathing. Okay, let's say that was my 4th breath, right? I desire $2 million because I am worth it, and that means it is happening to me now. That's it. I don't know about you, but on this side of the screen, things feel super peaceful and calm. Just from doing the breathing and then from saying that sentence. Okay, so the words are you saying I want, I desire, whatever that is, whatever you want, whoever you want, SP, whatever. Okay, you say what you want. I want blank because blank, and that means blank. You might be asking, okay, why am I saying these other things? Because, in manifestation, we're always told, say what you want, say it to the universe, say it. And you say it, but then he's like, where is it? Where at though, right? Sometimes, as I mentioned before in a previous video, the difference between being blessed, fortunate, and lucky, you have to really use all elements of vibration to bring in what you want. So saying I want, I desire this, blah, 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 you're bringing it up to the universe, right? Which can be connected to that blessed element. But then there's the other element of being fortunate. And that has to do with those that are around you, your community, your surroundings. And then lucky has to do with things that kind of seemingly happen randomly. But all that has to really do with is your vibration. And sometimes the vibration that we want and that we desire is really connected, is less connected to sometimes the woo-woo energy stuff, and is more connected to sometimes just our consciousness, just our subconsciousness, our unconsciousness, just like that stuff deep in the mind. Because truly, right, in the Bible it says, the kingdom of heaven is within you. So we think when we're praying to God, to the heavens, yeah, there is that element of God outside or without. There's also God within and inside, and that heaven is inside. And I believe that heaven is the different elements and facets of the mind. So when you start to use words like because, it gives it a reason. It gives it a reason. Like, I want this thing because. And then you go to, and that means, that even goes deeper into the because. It gives the because a because. Okay, it gives that because a reason. So realizing there was a study that was done, I want to say Harvard, but it may not be a Harvard study, but you can do some research. But there was a study that was done where someone wants to print something at a printer, copier. And they get a lot of people and they do the study and they say, okay, they're going to ask the people in front of them, hey, do you mind if I get in front of you? Do you mind if I get in front of you? Do you mind if I get in front of you? So they did that version of the study, and they kind of noted the results. And then they did the study again, same person needed to go print something out, the copier. And this time the person said, hey, do you mind if I skip in front of you? Because, and they gave a reason. Because I'm running late for class, because blah, 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 whatever it was. And they noticed that when the person said because, overwhelmingly, the person was able to skip in front of people because they used because. Just with them giving a reason. Even when the reason was the reason they were on the line. So they even did the study where they said, okay, well, we see using the word because, giving them a reason works. Let's try it again. And let's just have them say, do you mind if I skip in front of you, skip ahead, because I need to print copies? It's like, well, everyone on this line is here to print copies. So people should say no. But same thing happened. The fact that the person used the word because, even if it was the most basic reason why everyone was there, they still were allowed to skip. So realizing that for us in the same way, giving our mind a because or a reason behind the reason will allow things to kind of unravel and go, okay, well, maybe that makes sense. They give a reason. And then when you add in, and that means, then that gives that because a because. It gives that because a reason. All right? So, I mean, that's gold. Like that within itself, that this last number 2, breathing and then saying what you want using the because and that means, that within itself will be a game changer if you just use that. But we're going to keep going. All right? Number 2. That was number 2. So number 1 was what? Journaling, right? Number 2 was breathing, getting yourself in a space of equilibrium, balance, calm, peace, right? The third one is mirror work. And I know we've heard this too. Some of y'all heard this too about, sit in the mirror, say what you want. This is okay. But what we're going to do now is, again, use our sentence, I want blah, 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 blah. I want a loving partner because it will make me feel good. And that means that I'm ready to receive it. Good. Easy. Right? Nothing else to say about that. I already gave you the reasons why we need to say that sentence. All right? So, you got number 1, journaling. Number 2, breathing and the special magic sentence. Number 3, mirror work and the special magic sentence. Number 4, just feel it. You know, Nike said just do it. You just feel it. Just feel it. You know, and the feeling really has to do with The feeling. Because I think sometimes we think about the feeling being connected with the visualizing. I'm going to visualize it, then I'm going to feel it. Oh yeah, this is great. But don't even visualize. Okay? Just feel. Just feel what it is that you want and desire. When you feel hungry, when you feel thirsty, do you need to visualize? I'm visualizing food, so now I'm thirsty. I'm visualizing food, so now I'm hungry. I'm visualizing something to drink, so now I'm thirsty. No, no, no. You feel hungry. You feel thirsty. And then sometimes if you see food or if you see something to drink, that might enhance the desire to have that thing that you want. Right? So sometimes it's about feeling. Feel the thing first. Just feel it. But here's the key. Okay? Feel the thing, but feel it as if you have it and you've had it. What that mean? Sometimes we focus on the feeling, and I know a lot of people like Neville Goddard and his book, The Feeling is the Secret. He's considered to sometimes be the grandfather of manifestation in like pop culture. He made this book, The Feeling is the Secret. And a lot of the times people say, yeah, the feeling is the secret. Focus on the feeling. Yeah, the feeling, the true feeling, truly is feeling it as if you have it and as if you've had it. So the feeling isn't as if you want a car. Oh, I have this car. Oh my gosh, I feel so amazing. I have this car. It feels so great. I have my dream car. No, 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 no. I mean, you could, if you want to just want to have that amazing feeling. But the true feeling is this, as if you've had it. So yeah, I got my dream car. I have this car for now 2 years. Yeah. Yep, I have it. Here it is. Driving is cool. It's smooth. The feeling is the matter of factness. That's the true feeling, because that means it's integrated into your life, into your consciousness. Because the brain, the mind doesn't really like big emotions. Okay? All over the place. It doesn't like that. Whether on what we might consider to be the bad side or the good side. Like these like spikes of emotions, the brain doesn't really like that because its goal is to make you be in a space of equilibrium all the time. Just equilibrium. Its goal is to get you into a space of equilibrium. So when you try to feel something that you want and the feeling is like so excited, now I feel so happy, the brain might be like, oh no, that's not something we want. Although, man, it brings happiness, but that's not really something we want because it's bringing you out of equilibrium. But when you feel it, as if you have it, the brain's like, oh, okay, this doesn't feel threatening. Yeah, this feels cool. Okay, yeah. Maybe let's go with that. Yeah. So that truly is the feeling. And again, I know this probably hasn't been mentioned really before a lot either. I know some people have started mentioning this being the feeling, but it's something that I've learned multiple times in my life. I mean, I remember stuff happening in high school where things felt so matter of fact, and then months later, a year later, I'm like, oh my God, wait, that thing I just thought about, matter of fact, is here, and it happened. Like, what? Even something I thought about in junior high school. And I realized that some of those things I might need to kind of go back to. Like, all right, do I still want this thing? Because something I thought about that was so matter of fact in junior high school, but I remember the feeling, although it was matter of fact, it was so strong, it then manifested over 20 years later. And then even something else in elementary school, I'm thinking back now to things. Something in elementary school that was also so matter of fact, but was so strong, manifested over 25 years later. So realizing that, yeah, that is the feeling. When you can master truly that feeling, we're golden. Huh? We're golden. So hopefully this has been helpful. You have 4 tools, techniques that you can use ASAP right now to help bring in the things that you want and desire. So go forth, conquer, and enjoy the techniques, and let me know how they work out for you. Please leave a comment, leave a, what do you call this? Comment, a like, subscribe. No, you don't have to. But yeah, leave a comment and let me know how the techniques worked out for you if you tried them. And even if you heard some of these techniques, it'll be helpful to kind of get your response and feedback as I keep making these videos. All right. Have a good day wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and take care. Bye-bye.